Hi Neil, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. So tell me a little bit about what Spark all about.
Okay, Spark as an organisation first started in 2001, but only really got going, I guess, in 2012. We incorporated in 2012 with the inclusion of a new partner, which is my wife, Michelle, and we're focusing very much on four key areas of business. That's enterprise and employability, innovation and entrepreneurship, leadership development, and women in business. There are four key offerings, and wrapped around that is advice, consultancy, and training.
Okay. What excites you about the business?
I think what excites us mainly, our mission statement is quite simple. We want to make a difference by working with people we like. So that in itself drives a lot of the selection of the kind of clients that we engage with, whether it's NGOs and foundations, central government or local government, or even some of the private sector organisations out there. It has to be people that we have an alignment to in terms of our own personal values. And what excites me about Spark is that we can actually make a difference. When we're building an ecosystem, it's focusing on the community, the socio-economic development programs that we have, whether it's in Nigeria or UK or in Puerto Rico. We can see that we can actually make a difference. And making a difference doesn't necessarily mean making a profit. And we're very keen that we make the difference.
That's very interesting. What drew you to Puerto Rico?
We were approached to speak in Puerto Rico by Grupo Guayacan in 2013. And that's because I was speaking in Barcelona about entrepreneurship or corporate entrepreneurs. And I'll be honest, I had no idea where Puerto Rico was. I'm still trying to work out, is it America, is it Caribbean, is it a state, is it a Commonwealth? I think there is this, I have this confusion of the identity of Puerto Rico, and I do suspect that Puerto Ricans have this confusion of identity as well, so I don't think I'm alone in that. But when I came here and started to talk to people, I realised that it's a fantastic island. It's underutilised, it's unrealised assets that it could use and work with. That there is an opportunity here to make the lives of thousands of people truly better, and the chance to, as I say, make a difference, to have a legacy that we could come back in 30 years' time and say, you see that automobile dealership there? We helped create that. We motivated the people to get off their asses and do something, and look what the result was. And that is very exciting for us to do.
And what do you think the opportunities are for Puerto Rico?
I think that there's, as I say, an untapped wealth. Not tourism. I think that you have a tourism industry. I think it's about 9% of your activity is touristic. But when you see the large amounts of unrealised land and real estate, that in itself can create fantastic enterprise villages. You can be empowering people and enabling people to start up their own organisations, outsourcing of services away from North America, for example, call centres, also from South America. But also I think that probably the biggest opportunity for Puerto Rico is you are the gateway to South America. And when you take a look at the South American growth in terms of countries like Brazil and Peru, there are going to be companies that want to work in South America, and you are that perfect bridging point. You have Spanish, you have English, you understand the culture. It's a stepping stone from one part of the continent to the other, and I think that's where Puerto Rico's greatest opportunity lies.
Okay, what do you think are the obstacles?
The obstacles are Puerto Ricans themselves. I think there is an attitude or a mindset where they can probably do better on welfare than in some of the lower jobs. So I believe that for some of the work, say for coffee, you now have people from Dominican Republic that come and pick the coffee rather than Puerto Ricans pick the coffee. So I think there is an attitude there that some people would rather not get off their asses. But I see Generation Y, the millennials, that have a greater aspiration, and I think that this is your untapped wealth. There is a generation, maybe of my age now, that thinks that it's easier for them and less hassle for them to just claim welfare. But there are people who are 26 30 years of age, they want a better life. And I think that it's the responsibility then of government to tap into these people and enable them to leverage on that enthusiasm and not come up with another excuse or another compromise that stops things genuinely happening. It's interesting, we've had the workshop here today, and we've stressed in terms of collaboration, don't include government in collaboration because government can't be trusted to deliver. And that's a shame because government is an important part of the island, but the reality of it is government is probably a greater hindrance to what you're looking to achieve than a help to what you're looking to achieve.
Okay. Well, what can Spark do in Puerto Rico?
I think one of the things that we can do is that we're not American. We are outside of your normal circle. So we can come here and ask the stupid questions. We can be naive and innocent and not understand why certain things aren't getting done. Also, we can speak our mind a little bit more. We don't have to worry about the sensitivities of certain political dimensions because our main focus is on the betterment of people and not on the smaller, low-level politicking that takes place. We have the expertise. We can equip people with knowledge. We can embed that knowledge through our mentoring programs. We can then incubate their ideas and incubate their businesses and even go out there and look for the funding for them to achieve it. So I think we've got a very strong socio-economic development model that brings in all of the key stakeholders of the island with a focus on improving Puerto Rico. And that to us would be just awesome.
Well, thank you very much, Neil. How can people contact you?
Usual ways, I guess. We've got Twitter, Spark_GB. We're on Facebook, Spark Global Business. We're on LinkedIn, Spark Global Business. Google Plus is Spark Global Business 2018. You can also find me at my own personal website, which is neilfogarty.com. There's no excuse not to talk to us.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Cool, no problem.